I grew up watching the Addams Family, reading the Addams Family comics, so the opportunity to be a part of the movie felt awesome. And the response to the first Addams Family movie was really great. And so the idea that we were doing a second one was really exciting. And I really love everybody involved in this movie. Addams Family 2 is a road trip movie. The whole Addams Family goes out on the road together and in a big, their version of an RV to see the country and really bond as a family. I think Gomez feels like his kids are starting to slip away from him and they want to bring everybody together. And it's a great kind of real classic road trip movie. In your average road trip movie, everybody's in an RV. In the case of the Addams Family, they're in this monstrous mansion RV truck filled with rooms and insane things, and there's a, a literal hand driving the car. Also, when they go to places, it's not just like, oh, we're going to Niagara Falls. The Addams Family are causing massive havoc wherever they go. Fester is going through a physical transformation. Um, he is becoming an octopus, I guess is the easiest way to say it. You could argue that he had watched the documentary My Octopus Teacher, but he has not watched that documentary. But his body is slowly transforming and morphing into an octopus, which, because he's Uncle Fester, he's barely aware of. It's not something that seems very crazy for him. It doesn't seem like something crazy to happen to him. I think I've been aware of the Addams Family my entire life, but in the 90s, the Addams Family Values movies were huge. And, you know, even though this is animated and those were live action, the idea of stepping into the shoes of Christopher Lloyd playing Uncle Fester was a bit daunting. But those movies are so fun, and I think people love the Addams Family because they don't take themselves too seriously. The movies don't take themselves too seriously. And also, I think, you know, the Addams Family are kind of outsiders wherever they go. And so when you're watching that movie, you can connect and identify because I think we all feel a little bit like outsiders wherever we go. And the Addams Family do too, but they are also simultaneously pretty at peace with that. I think the message of it's okay to be different is a good one because I think in our heart of hearts, no matter how much we all appear to be normal or be individuals or be a part of the group or feel outside of the group, we all, in our hearts, I think a lot of us feel outside of the group. Even if you're like a jock, if you ask them really, how are you doing inside? People are like, well, actually, I'm not really, don't feel always included amongst my friends, or my family feels a bit like outsiders, or I've got this weird thing going on with me, or I've got this weird thing happening with my family and people don't know about it. The truth is we all have that in us. And so I think the Addams Family represent that feeling of being outsiders, and sometimes it affects them, but other times they embrace their outsiderness. They embrace who they are. They're never ashamed of the kind of people they are, the kind of family they are, and I think that's an empowering message. The first movie is really fun, but it really takes place centered in this one town the Addams have moved to. But the second movie has expanded. The scope is much bigger. They're at Niagara Falls. They're at the Grand Canyon, and so you're just it's a much bigger event of a movie. You're seeing so much more of the country, and you're seeing the Addams in so many different environments that are going to be great opportunities for comedic set pieces.